Hello, my dear students. Today we will discuss about the application of second law of motion. As we have already discussed the second law of motion. Yesterday you saw that F is equal to ma. That means mass into acceleration. And you already know that a acceleration is equal to final minus initial velocity divided by time. That is why the equation became F is equal to m v minus u divided by t. It is the equation of second law of motion. Now, what are the applications of the second law of motion in your day-to-day life? You might have observed when a cricket player, while catching a fast moving cricket ball, cricket player pulls his hand gradually backwards with moving ball. What does it mean? The cricket player, when tries to catch the fast moving ball, if this is the ball, when a cricket player tries to catch that ball, it is the fast moving ball, his hands, if this is the hand, he tries to catch the fast moving ball, but he draws his hand, or you can say he pulls his hand backwards. He pulls his hand backwards and till it catches the ball. He does not stop abruptly that fast moving ball. Why? What is the rule behind it? If you look towards the equation of the first law of this second law of motion, that the player pulls his hand gradually along with the fast moving ball and ultimately it stops that ball. He does not abruptly stop the ball by his hand without pulling his hand down. Why? Look at the equation F is equal to m v minus u divided by t. Actually t, it is the time and F, it is the force. You have to consider here, that means force and time, they are inversely proportional to each other. Force and time, they are inversely proportional to each other. That means if time is more, then the effect of the force would be less. If time is more, effect of force would be less. If time is less and the effect of force would be more. That is why F is inversely proportional to the time taken. That means when time is more, force is less, or the effect of the force is less. When time is less, the effect of the force is more. That is why the cricket player tries to increase the time to reduce the acceleration or the motion of the ball from this position to that position while he pulls his hand downwards. That is, he increases the duration of time so that when the time is increased, the effect of the force is less, and that is why he does not get injury in his hand. It was the first case. Now the second, hope you might have understood it. Now the second is high jump athletics event. The athletes are made to fall either on cushioned bed or sand. The players or the athletes who do the event of high jump, the ground of the high jump on the other side is either made with the sand or the cushioned bed, or you can say spongy bed. It is the spongy bed, either or sand or spongy bed. Why? When the athlete jumps over the rope and he falls on the sand, then same rule applies here. The sand also gets deformed. If these are the sand particles, when the man falls on the sand gets deformed like this. And due to this deformation of the sand, that means the time gets increased from this point to that point, from this point to that point, so that the time period to reduce the effect of the force is more. When the time is more time, then the effect of the force is less and the player or the athletes do not get injured. That is why the sand, or you can say cushioned bed, for example, this is the cushioned bed. When anybody falls on the cushioned bed, the bed deforms. If this is the cushioned bed, or you can say the sponge, when anybody falls on the sponge, then the sponge deforms like this. What is happening here? That means the time period increases so that the effect of the force is less. That is why the athletes do not get injured. Next application is here. That means you have now understood that when you increase the time period, the effect of the force is less, and if the time period is very less, then the effect of the force is very large. Now the third condition is there. How karate player breaks a slab of ice with a single blow. You might have seen a karate player. He breaks the brick, or you can say slate, like this. He breaks the brick. When he punches on the brick, what does happen? Why he does not get injury in his hand? Again, we have to consider this equation. F is inversely proportional to time. He tries to make very less time. That means he makes the time very less, so that the effect of the force is more and results in the breaking of that slate. And the slate is also hard. It does not bend down, but it directly breaks. That is why, that means the karate player reduces the time period. If I will try to punch a brick or this pen like this, I don't have such training, so that I can reduce the time to make the force of the hand so effective that it can break the pen. But the karate players are so trained that they reduce the time, or they are trained so that they try to break this pen in a very less period of time. That is why they break the slab, or they break the brick without without causing injury in his hand. These are some applications. You can apply many more these activities to the second law of motion. Now we have an example here. I will explain the example. We have to apply constant force acts on an object having 5 kg mass. An object having 5 kg mass for 2 seconds. That means constant force is made or applied on a body having 5 kg mass for 2 seconds. Time is 2 seconds. The velocity of the object is increased from 3 meter per second to 7 meter. That means velocity its velocity increases from 3 meter to 7 meter. That means initial velocity u is equal to 3 meter per second and final velocity is 7 meter per second. Now there are 2 points. Find the magnitude of the force. We have to find the force. Number one, and you can apply or you can write the formula here. F is equal to m v minus u divided by t. You have to apply or you have to fix these values to this equation. That means F is equal to, what is the mass? 5 kg, 5 kilogram. Final velocity is 7 meter per second, 7 meter per second minus 3 meter per second divided by, what is the time? 2. Time is 2 seconds. Now you can apply 7 minus 3, it is 4. 5 into 4 divided by 2. That means it is 5 4s are 20 divided by 2. 2 tens are. That means F is equal to 10 Newton. That means the answer of the first, this part of the question is 10 Newton. The magnitude of the force applied in this equation or in this example is 10 Newton. And another is here, if the force, now it is another point of that same question, if the force was applied for 5 seconds. Now if that force, this force, that means 10 Newton force is applied for 5 seconds, what would be the final velocity? What would be the final velocity? That means we have, the equation is F is equal to mv minus u divided by t. We have to calculate this v, final velocity. We have to calculate this. How you can make the equation? For example, if we interchange this equation like ft is equal to mv minus u. Is it clear? Next point is that if I bring this mass to that position, that means ft divided by m is equal to v minus u. Then we have to calculate this one. We can transfer this minus u equation or minus u to this side. That means u plus ft divided by m. Is it clear? Is equal to v. Or you can say v is equal to u plus ft divided by m. Then you have to put the values in this equation. What are these values? V is equal to, I will write here, v is equal to u plus ft divided by m. V we have to calculate. What is u? You have to calculate. That means initial velocity is, what is initial velocity? 3 plus, and what is force? 10 Newton into, what is time? For 5 seconds. What is mass? 5. Then you have to draw this equation v. What you have to calculate this one. It was the example how you can calculate the effect of the force, or you can say force, in this example. The another example, for example, if a body is accelerating 5 meter per second square, and the force applied to it, or you can say body, accelerating a body having the acceleration of 5 meter per second square, and the mass of the body is 2 kilogram, and the second body having mass 4 kilogram. Which would require more force? This is the another example. if a body is having 2 kilogram mass and accelerating with 5 meter per second square, what which amount of force you will require? And another body having 4 kilogram mass accelerating with the same 5 meter per second square. Among these two objects, which object or which body requires more force? You can F is equal to ma. In first case, F is equal to, what is the mass? 2 into acceleration is 5. That means 2 5s are 10 Newton. For the force required for the first body is 10 Newton. In case of second, F is equal to ma. F mass is same 5 and acceleration is 4. Oh sorry, mass is 4 and acceleration is same 5. That means F is equal to 5 4 the 20 Newtons. That means the second body having the more force required to increase its acceleration, that means 5 meter per second square. You can do your homework on different these examples which are given in your textbook, and if you have any confusion you can contact me. Thank you. Have a nice day.